Hey everybody, it's Maria from cardbomb.blogspot.com, wanting to share a really fun card with you today. These cards are really pretty. They're note-sized cards as opposed to the A2 size card that we are often familiar with making. And I wanted to just show you that they fold flat. They do. And upon first look, they are just your typical note card sized card, but they're not. Ta-da! Can you see? They're 3D cards. They're so fun. This is what I want to show you how to make today. I'm not going to give you all the dimensions for the decorations because I know you guys can all figure out your own cards, but I do want to show you how to make the card and have it open itself up. I do want to give credit to Crafty Caroline. She's a UK demonstrator with lots of really great ideas. I found this idea on her blog and I just adapted her card idea to different dimensions, because to make an A2 card we actually need an 11.5-inch piece of cardstock, and I'm not always willing to bust out my 12 by 12 paper to make a card. So I wanted to make a size where we could just use our 8.5 by 11 to make a card, and here it is. The first thing we're going to do is start with a 10.5 by 5-inch piece of cardstock, and you will score that. Can you see this? No. You will score that at 3.5, 6.5, 7, and 10 inches. Right here. 3.5, 6.5, 7, and 10 inches, okay? I've already burnished this so that I have good creases. I just want to show you how this goes when it's put together. All you have to do is fold on this third fold here and shut it. And this is not going to tuck in. This stays flush to the paper, okay? Then you're going to close it, and this is basically how your card gets put together. When you close it initially, you might find that there's some buckling. I don't have any buckling. That's just my score line folding out a little bit. I don't have any buckling because I already went ahead and trimmed off 1/8 from this edge. If you have too much paper and it hits that crease right there, it's going to bow out a little bit, and you don't want that. So you want to double check before you adhere anything. Make sure there's no bowing, and just trim off a little bit of paper if you need to. I just do it automatically because I don't want to have any problems. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut a cutout of any shape, any size, however you want to do it, from this inside flap, and you need to do that before you adhere it. So I've got an open one right here. You know, when it's done, it looks like this, but you've got to cut that area out first. So for this one, I did use my circle thinlits. I wasn't able to get a punch down deep enough to have it be centered on this card because I wanted it oriented horizontally. If you don't care where the circle is, or you're using a different shape, you can absolutely use a punch, and you come in from this way and punch it, and it will just be centered up a little bit higher on the page. For this time though, I used my circle framelits. And I want to show you also another tip. When you put your tear and tape on, put it along this edge here that's closer to this panel. You don't want to put it towards the edge. I usually tend to put my tape right at the edge, but you don't want to put it right at the edge, because then when it's closed and it starts to open, you're going to start to see this edge. It will open up. But if you put it right where I have it, it will be really strong and you won't have any opening. You can see how there's no opening. It's adhered really well on there. Here's the basic how-to when you put these cards together. Make sure, here's a key thing, make sure when you decorate this, you don't do it upside down. You decorate the card face, and you have to decorate this separately. Make sure you don't, turn it like this to do it and get it on there upside down. And you have to put this piece in as well before you adhere this, okay? The face that I used here for this, I'm calling layer 1 front, is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. No, it's not. That's this, sorry. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Layer 1 on the inside here is 2 5/8 by 4 3/4. And then on the way inside here, I'm telling you 2 7/8 by 4 3/4. I did cut mine a little bit shorter because I knew that it wasn't going to be visible on the side, and I figured why waste this beautiful sparkle paper. Once you've done all that, the way that you make sure you've got a perfect lineup, you just close your card like this, okay? Peel off your tearing tape, hold it flat, and just press your card shut like that, okay? Here we go. And now it opens. Okay? And that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching my video. There will be more information and measurements on my blog at www.cardbomb.blogspot.com. Thanks a lot. Bye.